You won't believe how a single dad veteran, just a quiet man living in the mountains with his young son, ended up with 102 roaring motorcycles lined up outside his cabin at sunrise. And why, to this day, there are men in leather jackets and worn boots who say they owe him their lives. Before we start, if you love stories about real courage, kindness, and humanity, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because it helps more people find inspiring stories like this one. Liam Carter had once worn the uniform of a soldier. He had served in deserts far from home, endured battles that left invisible scars, and returned with memories that sometimes kept him awake at night. But now, he lived quietly in a remote cabin tucked deep in Colorado mountains, raising his 8-year-old son, Noah. Life was simple: wood stove heat, homemade soup, snow boots by the door, and evenings spent teaching Noah how to whittle wood or tie knots. It wasn't perfect. Money was tight, but peace mattered more than comfort. One December evening, a snowstorm came rolling across the valley like a white wall. The kind of storm that swallowed the sky and erased the world outside the windows. The winds howled, trees bowed, and snow piled up faster than Liam had seen in years. He checked the generator, stocked the fire, and made sure Noah was warm under blankets. Everything was calm, until the distant rumble of engines began. At first, Liam thought it was thunder. But it didn't fade, it grew louder, closer, struggling through the storm. Then shapes appeared through the swirling snow. Motorcycles. 15 of them. Their chrome covered in ice, headlights flickering, engines choking against the cold. Behind the lead bike was a tall, broad-shouldered man with frost forming in his beard. And on every jacket, the same patch. Hell's Angels Motorcycle Club. Liam's body tensed. He had seen the news, the stories, the rumors. But there was fear in their eyes, not aggression. The leader stepped forward, shivering. Road closed. We're stuck out here. One of our guys is down with hypothermia. We need shelter. Just for the night. Liam looked at them. 15 strangers. Outlaws by reputation. Men the world feared. But he also saw something familiar in their faces: exhaustion, desperation, and the quiet plea of men who needed help. He didn't know them. But he had been a soldier. He knew what it meant to save someone when you could. He opened the door wide. Come in. They filed inside, stomping snow from boots, rubbing frost-bitten hands, and lowering their voices out of respect for the child sleeping in the other room. Liam moved with steady purpose. Blankets, hot broth, warm water for hands and feet. The man with hypothermia was placed closest to the fire. Liam sat with him through the night, checking breathing, massaging fingers, staying awake just to make sure the man didn't slip away. The bikers watched him with quiet awe. Most people would have turned them away. Most would have been afraid. But Liam treated them like men, not monsters. When morning came, the storm had passed, and the bikers prepared to leave. The leader, who introduced himself as Bear, stood by the door. You saved our brother. We don't forget something like that. Liam just nodded and gave him a quiet smile. Take care of each other. That's what matters. They rode off into the white morning, engines echoing through the valley. Liam thought that was the end of it. But the next day, just as the sun crawled over the mountains, Noah shook him awake, yelling from the window. Dad, look outside. Liam stepped onto the porch in his flannel shirt, coffee in hand. And froze. The road leading to his cabin was lined with motorcycles. Row after row, 102 of them. Every engine idling, every rider standing at attention, leather jackets, steel patches, and the same man, Bear, stepping forward holding a small wooden box. This is a fund for your son, Bear said. Education, life, whatever he needs. You saved family, so we take care of yours. Liam tried to refuse, but they insisted. Then Bear did something no one expected from a man who had built a life around being feared. He hugged him hard. You saw us as men when nobody else does. That matters, brother. From that day on, there were always motorcycles rumbling up that mountain road. To help chop wood, to fix the roof, to bring groceries, to check on Noah. And on the darkest days when Liam fought ghosts no one else could see, they were there too, silent, steady, present. Men society feared. Men who carried scars of their own. Men who understood loyalty in debt and family. People judge. People assume. But sometimes the roughest hands hold the gentlest hearts. Sometimes the ones the world calls outlaws are the ones who show the truest honor. So if this story moved you, even just a little, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Not for me, but so more people can hear stories that remind us that kindness matters. That brotherhood is real, and that no act of compassion is ever small. Because you never know who you might be saving.